Hello everybody, Woody3 here. Today I'm going to show you the basic layer by layer method on the Pyraminx. So this method is kind of like an intermediate method. It's a step up from the beginner, just like intuitive method where you just kind of move pieces around like this. And so this method does require 5 algorithms, which is kind of a lot if you just want to kind of learn how to do Pyraminx. And so if you don't really want to learn those and you want to learn how to solve a Pyraminx, check out my beginner's method tutorial, just a very beginner one, and check that out. And yeah, so you'll probably already know one of the algorithms at least, and the other ones are pretty easy, but let's get started. But before we begin, really quickly, I just want to go over something called notation, and that's basically how you turn the sides. So you're going to see some algorithms, which is just a string of letters, which corresponds to moves that you need to do. And so to figure out what that means, just look at each letter at a time, and then you'll do a move for each of those letters. And so this is a U move. It's turning the top layer clockwise, and then alternately turning the top layer, the up layer, counterclockwise would be U prime. So U and U prime. This is U, it's U prime. And the two other layers that you need to know are R, like this, and then that also means R prime is counterclockwise, and then L like this, L, L, L prime, L prime, L prime. And in case you're wondering, this would be B on the backside, but you don't need to know that yet. So the first step of the layer by layer method is, of course, getting the first layer. And so what you have to do is you have to get these centerpieces, so this is one centerpiece, to line up 3 colors. You just want to line up 3 colors of the centerpiece. And so I like to start with yellow. So we'll find a piece with yellow on it. Here's a centerpiece with yellow on it right here. And here's another one. And so these are 2 of them. Let's look around until we find a third. Here's the third one. And so that means that we're going to build the yellow layer on this side. It couldn't be on this side because we don't have one here. It couldn't be on this side or this side. It has to be on this side. And so we move up the centerpieces, the yellow centerpieces, until they're all facing the center, just like this. And just kind of like a side step on this method is, right now, once you finish this first 3 pieces, just do the tips, at least on this first layer. You don't have to do the last one, you'll do that later. Just do the tips, these 3 right here, and that'll just make it a little bit easier in the long run. They don't really affect anything, they're just kind of there and annoying. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to position this side that you've built on the very bottom. So just like this. And now what you'll do is you'll find a piece, a yellow edge piece. This is an edge, it has 2 colors. And you're going to try and put that into the slot below. And so first of all, we'll line it up with the slot. And so like this. And so the color that's on the edge piece, the color besides yellow, in this case it would be blue, should line up with the blue part, or the respective color part, on this side right here. And so you see yellow on the bottom, blue, and then matching blue with this piece, and then of course yellow again. And what you're going to do, if it's on the right, like this, is you're just going to simply do L prime, U, L. It's not really an algorithm, you just kind of do those 3 moves, and you just kind of insert it in. So bring the slot up, bring it over, and bring it back down. And then alternately, if you have it on the left side like this, you see it's over here on the left, and we need to put it down in the slot right here, you just do R, U prime, R prime, like that. And then you just repeat that with all of the top layer edge pieces. But you see, you can sometimes get a case like this, where you see we have these 2 pieces already in the bottom layer, and we can't really get them out because they're already in the bottom layer, and they're not in the right spot. And so what you're going to have to do is just take one of them out. So you can use either the right or the left algorithm. I'll just do this one in this case. And then take it out, and then we'll just put it back in to the correct slot. There we go. And you see we have it like this. Again, color needs to be lined up there. And do the appropriate algorithm, just put it in, like that. Okay, so that's pretty basic. That's just the first layer. You see we have all this solved. And so now we get on to the last layer, which is the last step. And there's 5 cases for this step, which is where those 5 algorithms come in. But before you decide what case to use, just first match up the tip like this, and then match up the centerpiece with where it needs to go, like that. So you can see right there. And then one of the cases that I didn't mention, is actually 6 cases technically, is a solved case. So if it's solved at this point, obviously you're done. But most of the time it won't be solved. And so this is one case that you can get. You would just have these 2 pieces that are flipped around. And in this case you'll do this algorithm. Hold it in the front like this, and do L, R prime, L prime, R, U prime, R, U, R prime. And there you go, it's solved. Okay, now here's another case. And so there's actually two cases that look like this. They're very, very similar. And how I recognize them is, you see, we have red in the front. It doesn't really have to be red, just any color. And then you see which side the same color is on. So if we have red in the front, and then we also have red right here on the right, we do R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, just like that. Now alternately, if you see we have red right here, but no red here, it's actually going to be on the other side. And so if the color in the front, the two pieces are on the left, then do R, U, R prime, U, R, U, R prime. Okay, and now for two slightly harder cases. And so the way that you'll recognize this, that you'll have one of these cases, is it just kind of looks weird. You don't have that nice lined up color thing as the last one, or just two of them as in the first one. And so you just kind of have these three kind of messed up. And the first thing that you'll probably notice is you'll have one that kind of seems to stand out because there's no colors next to it. Like, this color is not the same as this color is not the same as this color, where on these ones, this color is the same, and this color is the same. And so the one that sticks out, it doesn't have a similar color on either of these pieces, if you can understand what I'm saying. Hold that one in the back. Okay, now from here we can decide which algorithm to use. And so you'll see you either have it lined up like this, or the color lined up like this on the other side. And so we'll start with it on the right side like this. And so in this case, there's one algorithm. You kind of have to memorize it. There's no easy way to remember it. Just do L, U, R, U prime, R prime, L prime. Just like that. Now, of course, alternately, if you have, again, this in the back and it lined up on the left, you would do R prime, U prime, L prime, U, L, R. And it's solved. And that is all the cases on the Pyraminx. Okay, so I'll just go over all the steps for LBL one more time. So first of all, we find the three pieces. You can do this during inspection. You can bring them up here to line up the tips. You can also find those during inspection. Put this piece in, find the next piece, put it in, and in. That happened to be a pretty easy scramble, just like this. And then line up the tip and the color like that, and do your last layer case, and it'll be solved. So that's pretty much it for this quick layer by layer method tutorial on the Pyraminx. It's a pretty easy method. You just have to kind of memorize those couple of algorithms and you'll be good. And so if this video helped you and you liked it, leave a like down below because it really does help me out. And if you want to stay notified when a future video like this comes out, make sure to subscribe below. And if you have any other suggestions for future videos like this, or any other questions or comments, leave those down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time.